Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video, where today you can see I have, well, nothing yet, but I have the DC Multiverse Red Hood from Mattel, the Collect and Connect Killer Croc, and I just want to show off the packaging, because I really always liked the packaging for this, and a little backstory about me is, I was actually into this series before I was ever even into, like, Marvel Legends. I was into this because I was a bigger DC fan back in the day than a Marvel fan. For the most part. But, yeah. See all of the artwork. It's just Red Hood. And then got the characters in this series, which I wasn't wanting to finish that Killer Croc, but now I really want to. So I might end up picking up the rest of these characters, especially Robin and Alfred. So we'll stay tuned for that. But yeah, I never owned any of these figures because I was too poor to afford any of them. Still, I'm very poor, but you got the DC logo and then all that. Yeah, but I was, like I said, I was never wealthy enough to afford these figures as much as I wanted them. But, yeah, so we'll get the figure out. But as I was saying, I always like this stuff more than Marvel Legends. They're not better than Marvel Legends playing with them now, but I was just always a bigger DC fan. So we'll get into the video here in a second. Let me just get his accessories out. Alright, we are back with the figure. So as you can see, this is Red Hood, and it was I think overall a good choice to pick him up, because, you know, I needed a Red Hood. That's an essential character, in my opinion, for my Bat family. And yeah, Jason Todd's just a cool guy. As you can see, he's got a pretty good presence, shelf presence, so he cuts a pretty good silhouette, especially when you get him in some better stances. But yeah, he looks cool. He's got the brown jacket, which I always love. You got the bat symbol underneath there. You got zippers painted on both sides. You get the, like, half rolled up sleeves, which I always love that look. And then you can see, like, the undersuit underneath it. And then you got the gloves with, like, the metal, I don't know which one you want to call those, knuckle dusters, whatever, metal knuckles. You got the holsters with guns, pistols on them, which aren't removable, which piss me off. But, you know, I guess it's not the biggest deal, but I wish they were removable. You got the line running down the whole suit. You got the belt. You got the shin guards, which look really nicely painted. The knee pads are painted very nicely. You got, like, foot guards right there. And you got the under the foot treads. And yeah. And then behind, he looks so cool. And I mainly got him because I ordered the Mafex Nightwing. It'll be coming here pretty soon. I hope it'll get here soon. It got delayed for a little while, shipping and stuff, but should be here soon. And because Nightwing, as I've said a million times, is my favorite DC character, my favorite comic book character, my favorite character, if anything. I love Nightwing. But yeah, I got this to put with him, but I'm gonna also pick up the Mafex Hush and try to put the Red Hood head on him and see how that looks, because I want a Mafex level Red Hood. And then maybe one day we'll actually get an official Red Hood for Mafex, and a Red Robin and stuff like that. Would be sick. But yeah, we'll get into the accessories. So for accessories, he comes with 6 hands, 3 pairs of hands. These on the package are like a gripping hand, just like a plain old grip hand, both sides. And then you get, let's put him there. Okay, let's make sure he's standing for the actual video. That is a bit of a, okay. And then he comes with these trigger hands, which, okay, well, let's just show you one. The trigger hands actually pretty nice. They've also got the knuckle duster things. The trigger finger was actually attached in the package, so I cut that, and so just keep that in mind. And then he also comes with fisted hands. And then this very, very nice Jason Todd head sculpt. You know, when I think of Jason Todd, though, I usually think of, like, the white stripe, but I still like this, and this will probably be used because it looks nice. We'll have to see how he scales with the Mafex. And then it also comes with the Killer Croc Build-A-Figure piece. Collect and Connect piece, I'm sorry. Just the leg. So, and that's got some nice articulation in it. It's got some good articulation. But you'll see that if I ever end up getting the whole Killer Croc. That'll take a while because these figures go for a pretty penny now. I think Jason Todd was the cheapest and he was still $40, so hard pill to swallow. Now let's just get into his. And oh yeah, as you can see, he doesn't come with any weapons, sadly, but I have some options that we'll see if they work on him. Because Jason Todd needs to hold some weapons, guys. And it always angers me when a character that holds weapons, uses weapons, fucks people up with weapons, doesn't have a weapon. It's always quite jarring. But, like I said, I have some weapon options that we will take a look at. I will pull them all out, actually. And we'll take a look at those in a minute. So for articulation, you got not a lot of head because he's got that popped collar. But, you know, I guess enough. I mean, this is honestly just going to be a stand-in so I can have him, like, teaming up and looking badass next to Dick Grayson. So I don't need him to be the most articulated Mafex quality. Like I said, I'll be picking up that Mafex eventually, the Mafex Hush, and then trying to customize it into looking like Red Hood. So, more like Red Hood than it would look like. So, you got that in the head, not much, no tilt or anything. And the head pops off really easily. And the reason I think that you can actually, you know, put this head on there, because that looks like about the same as a Mafex. Actually, I could probably check it with the Spider-Man figure, but I don't want to really break the Spider-Man figure right now. But yeah, that head just, it's not very movable, and it was also chewing some plastic when I was moving it earlier, right out of the package. So I had to snip the plastic off. And then you get arms, they go out to there, that's it. You have very limited articulation. So these are not better than Marvel Legends, but I always like to look more than Marvel Legends. You got bicep swivel. Arm can go all the way around. You only get 90-degree bend, which sucks, but yeah, that's all you get. And then you get a hinge on the wrist all the way around. Side-to-side hinge, not an up and down hinge. And not even the weapon. None of them have up and down hinge, so sorry, guys. Ab crunch in that much. Ab crunch back that much. You can twist them right there. Get some good punches out of that, I guess. Kick out that far. Kick back, not a lot at all. Kick out, very much better than a lot of Spider-Man. And then you got thigh swivel, thigh cut, whatever you want to call it. You got double jointed knee. Doesn't really kick back all the way, though. You can't really hit his butt, so no, you don't get a lot of movement out of that. And then you've got hinge, up and down hinge on the foot. And I think you get some swivel. Yeah, you can get a little bit of swivel, but also not really, but you could fake it. So, yeah, this is the Red Hood. He's not great, but he's not bad. I'll gladly use him as a stand-in. So, as far as weapons go, like I said, he has no weapons, but I have a lot of 3D printed weapons that I order on eBay over here, and some, like, Marvel Legends weapons and stuff, so we'll see how those work. So, for the gripping hands, we got this knife, and this could work as like a you know, a ninja dagger or something, because, you know, he's involved with ninjas a lot. But it's just this came from Loki, the classic Loki, so that looks pretty good in his hand. But you guys want to see some guns, so let's pull these trigger fingers on, and I'll be back with the guns. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so now let's get into some guns. So first up, we'll start out with some Mezco guns, because Mezco guns are, you know, pretty cool. And since I snipped that finger, it should fit pretty well. They're thick. Yeah, so you can get a Mezco gun in there. You're just probably, especially the Uzi, because the Uzi's got really fat handles for some reason compared to other ones. So you're not going to get the trigger finger in, so if you want to fake it, like make him hold it like that or something, you can fake that. And then next we'll go, I mean, I got an RPG here from Deadpool. It's still bent out of shape and stuff, but we'll just see if it works. So we got this right there, and then we'll put that in there. Yeah, the RPG can work, I think. Doesn't really want to fit in there right now, but I know it does. Just gotta stretch out the hands a little bit. The trigger finger, specifically. Sorry, this is just a lot of work. Okay. Kinda. You can kinda get it in there. I wouldn't use that if... I mean, I wouldn't use an RPG anyway, so... And then you get... well, you don't get these, but... And then I have a 3D printed... I don't know what this gun would be called. I'm not a gun guy. I don't know the technical things about guns, but that fits pretty okay. He looks weird holding all of these, but if you just get a good enough angle, you can get him holding them. And then for the other hand, we have another Uzi, a 3D printed one. We'll see if that works any better than the actual. Oh, that works way better than the Mezco one, so that's cool. So yeah. And then we got a couple Marvel Legends guns, but I'll do this last 3D printed gun. In there, that's another one. I have two of these, only one of these, but that works pretty well. You can get that looking pretty nice in there. And then we got, oh, we actually have one more 3D printed gun, and I will pull that out. We have the AR, and since this hand's already stretched out a little bit better, let's put the AR in there. And looks a little small, but you can do that. The Mezco one also fits. I've done the Mezco one a couple times already, but the Mezco one also fits in there. You just gotta struggle with it just a little bit, but yeah, the Mezco definitely fits. I had them posed up with Nightwing earlier, and it fit, but you know, it fits. It just, I wouldn't put them in there too often and taking them out and stuff, because it's gonna definitely stretch out the hands and possibly break your Red Hood, and no one wants to break the Red Hood. So I actually have two more 3D printed guns that I forgot about, because, you know, they're pistols, and Red Hood needs some pistols. He needs some handguns. And these ones aren't big, but these are 3D printed. I guess I could try the Marvel Legend ones, but I only have the ones that go with Deadpool, so I'm probably never going to use these on anyone but... use those ones on anyone but Deadpool, so I probably just won't do that. But these ones are hard to get in, actually, because they're so small. But yeah, it's a small handgun, so yeah, maybe I will swap it out for a Deadpool one, because he looks kind of lame holding one so small, and they're both small, so yeah. And then I have two more guns. We'll go with the shotgun thing first. So we have this like weird futuristic shotgun, like you could use that, I guess. Yeah, it would still bend, but you can use that. And then you can use this one. And this one don't have a trigger, so you can actually fake this one a lot better. So this might be the one I end up using, because this one just slips right in. Yeah, that looks Red Hoodie enough, right? That can be like a non-lethal gun that when he teams up with Batman he uses. Yeah, like a plasma gun or something. And then secretly in his back pocket he's always got a pistol to pop a cap in someone's ass. So yeah, Red Hood uses those guns quite well. And then I have two more things. So I have these. These are from the DC Icons Collectibles, the accessory pack. And I just wanted to look at him. So this is just, I just wanted to see him with the Batarang, because Red Hood uses Batarang sometimes too. So that's Red Hood with the Batarang. And then this one came with Nightwing, and I just wanted to see how it looked. He's got this Batarang, and I just kind of wanted to see if this fits. So you could use this as a grappling hook if you wanted to. Just grappling hook away with Red Hood. And yeah, that's everything. So let's look at the size comparisons. So I don't have any Batmans right now. I'm going to pick up a Mezco Batman, because that Mezco Robin's coming out, and I need a Mezco Batman for my Mezco Robin. But I'm probably going to take a little break from DC next month. I know I haven't, for 2 months I haven't uploaded, but that's because I haven't been buying toys. I haven't been being able to. I've been going through a lot. It just happens sometimes. I know I say it a lot, but it happens. And I've been having some financial issues. So this is the first month I was able to get some stuff. But I will be picking up the Into the Spider-Verse, or Across the Spider-Verse Gwen. Definitely the Gwen. Miles will be coming, I hope, too. But I want to pick up, like Spider-Punk and stuff, because I already have a Miles for now that will stand in. But I'll probably just end up getting the Marvel Legends, like Hobie Brown and stuff, after, because I really want that Miles and that Gwen. But yeah, I loved the movie. Watched it last night. Incredible. I loved it. So, yeah. So, speaking of Spider-Verse, let's start off with a Spider-Verse figure. The only one I have right now. We will go with Miles. And this is just for a size comparison, but, you know, Miles teaming up with Red Hood could be cool. Spider-Man teaming up with the Bat Family is always a cool idea to me. So, yeah, that looks pretty nice. Let's actually get them farther back. And then next, we'll just put Miles back up there for a second. Miles can be like that. And then we'll have the other Spider-Man, the Mafex Spider-Man, my replacement Mafex, actually, and that looks pretty good, because my canon would be like, maybe Red Hood's using a suit that makes him a little bit bigger looking, and Red Hood's a big guy anyway. I'm fine with the shorter Peter, and Miles was a kid, so a short Miles is cool, but this is the one where it doesn't work as well for me. There's Nightwing, and it can work, don't get me wrong. This is more of a Marvel Legends scale to me than a DC Icons, because this is true 6 inch, I believe. This is like halfway between 6 and 7 inches. So this won't work with your. This will definitely not work with your Mafex, probably. Well, yeah, I didn't mean Mafex. This will not work with your DC Icons, and it definitely won't work with McFarlane. So unless you use this guy, the Etrigan the Demon, because he's a big guy anyway, so it'll work with him. And then next up we got this guy right here, and he's just got his base on him. I'm not taking him off the base, but there's my boy Constantine. And then if we just put him on the base, he's about as tall as Constantine, so actually this would work very well with a Mezco Batman, so that's where he'll be going. And then I'm hoping to get one Nightwing in that scale. I'm still getting the Mafex, but I can never have enough Nightwing, so that's okay. And then we'll just throw in the Figma Demon Slayer Tanjiro, and he's a kid, so that works for me. He's more realistic scale. He's not quite realistic scale. And then we'll do a couple other Marvel Legends. Let me grab them real quick. Okay, I now have the figures. So, first off, we'll go with a more big Marvel Legend. And Red Hood's still pretty big for Marvel Legends, but you can definitely fudge it. This is like one of the bigger Marvel Legends, normal Marvel Legends. But if you did him with somebody like Beast or Hulk or The Thing, I think they will really, really work very well. He clearly scales better with Mezco than Marvel Legends, but you can fudge it. I work with relative scale. Red Hood's a tall guy. Nightwings can be short or tall. I like a tall Nightwing. Low-key, like a 6 foot tall Nightwing, but like a 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", even Nightwing is pretty cool too. Like, Nightwing always kicks ass, doesn't matter what size he's in. And then I just wanted to go with like a standard female body, and that works really well. So if you wanted to customize some, like a Batgirl to go with him, I'd use this body because it's the best female body probably. Or that new Black Widow body is pretty good too, coming out. And then I wanted to do a shorter Marvel Legends body, and so we got Wolverine, and that works well for me. Wolverine short, Red Hood tall. And then next we'll put in a couple X-Men. We got a more taller Marvel Legends body which, like I said, works. They're about the same. And then the older Mezco seem to be a little taller, so put in Deadpool, and that's a beautiful team up right there. That's a team up I would like to see. So yeah, let's take these guys out of frame. We will be doing that. And I didn't show any of my other DC icons because, well, number one, they suck. Number two, I broke the hand on Wonder Woman, and then the ear on Batman broke. So that was fun. But yeah. This was put the Red Hood, my little Red Hood, Lego Red Hood there too. I forgot to do that. So yeah, overall, I like this figure. He's a fun figure to play with. He looks beautiful. He looks like Red Hood, so he looks great. And nothing's gonna change the way I feel. Clearly these aren't the best, most posable figures, but I'm gonna take stuff like this from him and then the Red Hood head and try to put them on that Hush, so maybe he'll look better. And yeah, and he'll look cool. So let's get him in one final pose for the end of the video. We'll do this. Give him a gun. Always has to have a gun. Clearly, Red Hood has a gun. And you guys can actually just sit there while I pose him up for a second, I guess, because it's not going to take long. Actually, I'll pause it. And there's the final pose. You could put them fist bumping, I guess. So, yeah, I really like this figure. He's really cool, and I can't wait to get some Robin, some Red Robin action. A good Batman, finally. I'll be picking up a Mezco. That's just my favorite looking Batman, is the Mezco. And it'll scale with more stuff. If I got the Mafex one, he'd be really short and just, you know, like Spider-Man. And that's cool for a character like Spider-Man, because you can use this as a teenager or just a short adult, but Batman's tall. So, yeah. So, thanks for watching, guys. I give this figure like a 9. Nah, like an 8.5 out of 10. I'd rate these two about the same. I've messed around with him more. He gets more agility like stuff going on, but this will be replaced right away by the Mezco or the Mafex. So he won't be thrown in a bin. He'll still be posed up somewhere, but the Mafex will be the one I mess around with a lot. Carefully, of course, because I don't want to snap off the wrist peg like I did with this one, but, you know, I always break a Mafex somehow, and I don't want to do that again. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.